Children and depression. How unreal. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. More than what we think. We feel there is no pressure on children. They just have to play, eat, and do some homework, and that's all. But things are not that simple. As per data, 2% of children and 4 to 8% of adolescent children suffer from depression. Now coming to causes of depression. Bad family environment. If kids are coming from a space where environment is very bad, like no coordination between parents, poverty, lack of fun activity and violence in the family, then a child can fall into depression. Bad school environment. If kids are going to a school where environment is not very good, like bullying from teachers, bullying from peers, then comparison between fellow students. In that case, child might enter into depression. Next is high expectation from parents. Sometimes parental expectation is very high. They keep unrealistic expectation from kids. They want to fulfill their own ambition, what they could themselves not achieve in their life. They don't understand that capability of every child is different, and don't become the support system of the child also. In that case, they can enter into depression. Now, some chronic diseases. Some children suffer from very long-standing diseases like diabetic and asthma, and they are not able to lead life like normal children. All the activities, playing, and all the fun activities. In that case, they enter into depression. Family history of or genetics. If one or both the parents are suffering from depression, there are very much chances of the child entering into depression. There are some hormones in the brain which have got effect on the mood, like serotonin, norepinephrine and dopamine. So if there is imbalance between these hormones, then also there can be depression. If there is any loss in the family, some children are very connected to their grandparents. So if somebody who is very loved, like grandparents or any other close relative, if they lose that person, then also they can enter into depression, because then there is feeling of emptiness in their life. Some comorbid conditions like ADHD, autism, internet addiction, learning disorder can also lead to depression. Now coming to what are the symptoms of the depression. How can we suspect that our child is suffering from depression? Child will withdraw from normal activity in school or home, including fun activity. Sometimes parents and teachers mistake depression for laziness. The difference between these two is that in laziness, child never withdraws from fun activities. There is decreased level of hygiene, grades in school fall, difficulty in falling asleep, changes in appetite, either eating a lot or not eating at all, frequent complaints of headache or stomach ache or ache anywhere in the body. No cause can be found even after repeated investigations. Poor self-image, doing negative self-talk and sometimes suicidal talk. Now coming to how to prevent this condition. I always say in my videos, prevention is always better than cure. We will try to reverse all the causes which are responsible for causing depression. Keep a healthy and peaceful environment at home. Be support system to the child when child is in trouble. Be friendly to child. Don't always lecture the child, and don't compare the child to other kids, because all kids are different. Respect their emotions. They should be free to express their emotions. Even if you are busy in your profession, make it a point to give quality time to the kids. Keep an eye on their school environment and friends. Maintain a very healthy lifestyle for the kids, like healthy diet, then aerobic exercises, yoga, pranayama and meditation, etc. All these things reduce the chance of child getting into depression almost to 80%. Now coming to how we will manage this condition. Diagnosis of depression is very difficult, especially in younger age group, because parents often confuse it with laziness. Parents should be aware of this condition, and all the symptoms which I have mentioned earlier, if they are present, parents should at least once consult a psychiatrist. It is very important to get the condition diagnosed. Next is cognitive behavior therapy of kids. Identify a good psychiatrist in the area and get the child enrolled in cognitive behavior therapy. Sometimes children open up more easily to a stranger. Secondly, they are trained to convert a negative self-talk into positive one. Next is cognitive behavior therapy of parents. These kids are generally difficult kids and parents don't know how to tackle it. So they also need cognitive behavior therapy, so that they are able to tackle their kids. It is a very difficult job because sometimes parents are not at fault at all, or the environment is not at fault. It is just because of imbalance of hormones, which I discussed earlier. Play therapy. Sometimes psychiatrists help patients by play therapy. At times it helps a lot. Drug therapy. Mild cases can be controlled by cognitive behavior therapy, but moderate to severe cases sometimes need drug therapy. There is a group of antidepressants called SSRI, which is given because it is safest and most studied in children. It should be given when the child is more than 8 years of age, and it should be given only under supervision of psychiatrist, and the side effects has to be monitored for 2 weeks to 4 weeks. So I think I have told everything which I think needed to be told to parents of depressed child. So if you like this topic, kindly like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.